In question 43, we have a figure. It shows a spring fixed at a bottom end of an incline of inclination 37 degree. We need to find the frictional coefficient between the plane and the block and the spring constant of the spring. So this is solution 43. So in this question, let's first draw the diagram. So there is this spring and a block. So the distance is 4.8 meters. Angle is 37 degree. So applying the work energy theorem, initially there is nothing, no potential energy and kinetic energy. Then mg sine 37 degrees into 5 plus mu r into 5 minus half kx square. So simplifying all this and putting all the values, 20.601 minus mu into 20.80 into 1 plus half, it should be like this, otherwise you will get confused in this displacement. K x square, so it is 0.2 square, it is equal to 0. So from this part, 80 mu plus 0.02 k minus 60 equal to 0. So this is equation 1, and this is for downward motion. And for upward motion, we will have similar situation. This equation will be there. So after solving this, you will get minus 12 minus 16 mu plus 0.02 k equal to 0. This is equation 2. So from equation 1 and 2, mu will be equal to 0.5 and k will be equal to 100 Newton per meter, 1000 Newton per meter. In question 44, there is a block. We need to find the spring constant of the spring. 44. So scenario is something like this. So half kx square will be equal to half mvs square minus half mvb square. So kx square equal to m vs square minus vb square. So after solving this, we will obtain k equal to 3mv square over 3x square. In question 45, we have this figure. We need to assume that there is no friction in the pulley and find the maximum elongation of the spring. So this is 45th question solution. So let's say x now half kx square will be equal to mgx. The potential energy of spring will get converted into potential energy of the gravitational potential energy. So x equal to 2 mg over Okay, so this will be the change in the height. In question 46, a block is given to us. Now we need to find the speed of the block as it passes through mean position as shown in the diagram. 47th, 46th. So again it's quite simple. By the law of conservation of energy, half mv square equal to half k1 x square plus half k2 x square. Kinetic energy and potential energies. So mv square equal to x square k1 plus k2. V square will be, or V will be equal to x root k1 plus k2 over m. In question 47 we have this system. We need to find the maximum compression of the spring. Will the velocity of the block be same as v when it comes back to the original position? So this is 47th. So according to the law of conservation of energy, kinetic energy will get converted into the potential energy, spring potential energy, compressional energy. So from this x will be v root m by k. This is the a part, and no, it will be in opposite direction. So the magnitude may be same but the direction will be opposite, and magnitude usually will be less due to the losses. Magnitude will be a bit less due to the losses in the spring. In question 48, this figure is given. The spring constant is also given. When released, the block moves horizontally till it leaves the spring. Where will it hit the ground 2 meters below the spring? So this is 48 solution. So half mv square equal to half kx square, v equal to x root k over m. So v will be 1.58 meters per second, and it is a projectile, so this equation will be used as we have used earlier as well. So minus 2 equal to minus 1 by 2, 9.8 t square. Initial velocity is 0, so therefore this part is 0. So ultimately the time will be 0.63 seconds. Now we know that x will be equal to u cos theta into t, so it will be equal to 1.58 into 0.63 equal to 1 meter. In question 49 we have this system as shown. What minimum horizontal velocity should the block be given so that it moves in a complete vertical circle? 49th. So by the conservation of energy at point A and B, we will have this particular formula. So V will be root 4gl or 2 root gl. Remember, this is point B, this is point A, this is L, this is L. Velocity V. In question 50, we have two blocks. Horizontal surface on which the block A can slide is smooth. The block A is attached to spring constant. Now we need to find velocity of the block, and A at the instant it breaks off the surface below it. This diagram is given for question number 50. So now let's draw the situation. What will happen is that this block will move towards this side, and this will move here. A dash, B dash, A, B. This is 0.4. and this is 0.4 plus x. So by the free body diagram, kx cos theta will be equal to mg. Let me draw that also so that you do not get confused. This is mg, this is kx cos theta, this is kx by the way, and this is kx sin theta, this is angle theta. Okay, this is kx in this direction. So ultimately cos theta will be equal to mg over kx. So 0.4 over 0.4 x plus x equal to 3.2 over 40 into x. So from this x will be equal to 0.1 meters. Now s is equal to ab. So it is root h plus x whole square minus h square, that is 0.5 square minus 0.4 square, Pythagoras theorem. So AB will be equal to 0.3 meters. Now let velocity of body at B equal to V. So V will be, how can we find V? By work energy theorem. So half mv square equal to minus half kx square plus mgs. So after solving this, V will come out to be 1.5 meter per second. In question 51, one end of a spring of natural length h and spring constant k is fixed. We need to find the speed of the ring when the spring becomes vertical. This is B, this is A, this is C. (37°), height h. And L is the, h is the natural length, and AC is the expanded length. Let it be h plus x, 5h by 4. BC is equal to h. So x equal to 5h by 4 minus h equal to h by 4. So V equal to half kx square equal to half mv square. V equal to x root k over m. It will be h by 4 root k over m. In question 52, we have this figure. There is a fixed smooth ring at a depth h below the initial position. What should be the minimum value of h so that the block moves in a complete circle about the ring? 52nd. A, B, this is H, B, C, so this is L, this is L. Now minimum velocity required to cross highest point C is root 2gl. So total energy at A will be equal to total energy at B, mgh equal to half mv square. So from this let's put the value mgh equal to half m and v is root 2 gl, so v square is 2 gl. So this is the scenario that we have, and in this situation you will find that h will be equal to L. So this is the situation that we get. In question 53, bob of pendulum at rest is given a sharp hit. We need to find the tension in the string when the string is horizontal and the bob is at highest point and the string makes angle 60 degree with the upward vertical. So the scenario is like this: 60 degree, C, D, B, A, V1, V2, V3, mv square over R, mg, mg, mv square over L, mg. So A part, let velocity at B be v2. So half mv1 square equal to half mv2 square plus mgl. So from this v2 square equal to 8 gl. So tension will be mv square over R, which will be mg m8gl over R. L is the length, so it will be 8 mg. B part, so let velocity at C be v3. So half mv1 square equal to half mv3 square plus mg into 2l. From this v3 square equal to 6 mgl. So tension will be mv square over, this is tension at B, mv square over L minus mg, 6gl ml into mg minus mg. So the tension at C will come out to be 5 mg. Now C part, let velocity at D be v4. So same thing, mv1 square half mv4 square plus mgh. So we will obtain v4 square equal to 7gl. So tension at D will be mv square over L minus mg cos 60 degree. So tension will come out to be 6.5 mg. In question 54, simple pendulum is given which consists of this scenario, 50 cm long string. We need to find the tension in the string when the bob is at highest position. Answer 54. So the scenario that we are having something like this: 0.5 meter, 0.5 meter, 37 degree, 0.1 kg. mv square over R, mg, tension T. So here cos theta is equal to AC over AB. AC is equal to AB cos theta. So it will give us 0.4, and CD equal to 0.5 minus 0.4 equal to 0.1 meters. Energy at D equal to energy at B. So half mv square equal to mg into CD. So from here V square is equal to 2 into 10 into 0.1 equal to 2. So tension is mv square over R plus mg. So we will have 0.1, 2 over 0.5 plus 10. So tension will be 1.4 Newton. In question 55 we have this figure. In this figure there is a smooth track. Now we need to find the initial compression of the spring so that the block presses the track with force mg when it reaches the point P. This is 55. This situation is given to us, radius is R. So N is equal to, normal force is equal to mg. We know that mv square over R will be equal to mg. So V square will be equal to gr. Now total energy at A equals total energy at P. So half kx square equal to mgr plus 2 mgr over 2. V square is gr, so therefore this thing. So x square equal to 3 mgr over k. X equal to root 3 mgr k r over k. So this is the value of x. In question 56, the bob of stationary pendulum is given sharp hit. We need to find the angle rotated by the string before it becomes slack. This is solution 56. So we have this scenario. The length is L, velocity is V. This velocity is root 3 gl, mass m. So the velocity at below point is root 3 gl. So half mv square equal to half mu square plus minus mgh. So it will give us V square equal to U square minus 2. H is L plus L cos theta. L plus L cos theta. So V square will be 3gl minus 2gl 1 plus cos theta. We also know mv square over L is equal to mg cos theta. So V square is equal to Lg cos theta. So putting the value, we obtain this thing. So from this, cos theta will come out to be 1 by 3. Theta will be cos inverse 1 by 3. So angle rotated before string becomes slack is 180 minus cos inverse 1 by 3. So cos inverse minus 1 by 3. In question 57, we have a heavy particle. We need to find angle made by the string with upward vertical when it becomes slack, speed at of the particle at this instant, and maximum height reached. So this is 57. .5 meters. So this is the scenario that we have. L is 1.5 meters. U is root 57 meter per second. First part, so mg cos theta equal to mv square over L. Okay, because this is mg, this will be mg cos theta. So now we have this thing, so v square will be Lg cos theta. Change in kinetic energy is equal to work done, work energy theorem, so half mv square minus half mv square, final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy equal to work done, that is mgh. So v square minus 57 equal to minus 2 into 1.5 g, 1 plus cos theta. So from this you will find v square equal to 57 minus 3g, 1 plus cos theta, and let this be equation 2, if this is equation 1. So put the value of v from equation 1 here. So you will get 15 cos theta, 57 minus 3g, 1 plus cos theta. So theta will come out, cos theta will come out to be 3 by 5, theta will come out to be 53 degrees. Then b, v is equal to 57 minus 3g, 1 plus cos theta from equation 2. So it will come out to be root 9 or 3 meters per second. And as string becomes slack, let it be at point B, particle will start projectile motion after B. Okay, like this. So what will happen? H will be OE plus DC, which will be 1.5 cos theta plus u square sin square theta over 2g. So 1.5 into 3 by 5 plus 9 into 0.8 square over 2 into 10. So H will be around 1.2 meters. Question 58 is given to us with the figure. There is a simple pendulum. We need to assume that initially the bob has height less than the peg. We need to show that maximum height reached by the bob equals its initial height. And if pendulum is released with theta equal to 90 degree, we need to find maximum height reached by the bob above its lowest position. And we also need to find minimum value of x by L, for which bob goes in complete circle. So A part, kinetic energy at, let me draw the figure also. A, let this be C, let this be B, P, theta, X, L. Also like this, will move like this. E, D, C, F, P, A, B. X is equal to L by 2. And this scenario, so ultimately when the bob has initial height less than peg and release from rest, so total energy at A equal to total energy at B. Now as the kinetic energies are equal, this means the individual potential energies will become equal. So maximum height reached by the bob is equal to the initial height. Max height is equal to initial height. B part. When pendulum is released from theta equal to 90 degree and x equal to L by 2 as shown in this figure here. So we will have the scenario. So at point C, string will become slack. So ultimately half mvc square minus 0 equal to mg L by 2 1 minus cos alpha. So from this v square c equal to gl 1 minus cos theta. Let this be equation 1. And again from the third free body diagram, mvc square over L by 2 equal to mg cos alpha. So v square c equal to gl over 2 cos alpha. So by these two equations you can find that cos alpha will be 2 over 3. Now to find highest position C before the string slack, it will be Bf equal to L by 2 plus L by 2 cos theta. It will give us L by 2 plus L by 2 into 2 by 3. So Bf will be 5L by 6. Now C part. If the particle has to complete a vertical circle at point C, then mvc square over L minus x will be equal to mg. So v square c will be g L minus x. So again half mvc square minus 0 equal to mg OC between A and C. Half vc square equal to mg L minus 2 L minus x mg 2x minus L. So v square c 2g 2x minus L. So g L minus x equal to 2g 2x minus L. L minus x equal to 4x minus 2L. So from this 5x will be 3L, x by L will be 3 by 5, that is 0.6. So the ratio of x by L is 0.6. In question 59, we have a particle sliding on a surface of fixed smooth spherical sphere. We need to find angle rotated by the radius through the particle when it leaves contact with the sphere. 59. Let's draw the situation. This is the sphere. Let's say this is the center. So body was here and it reached here. Let this be theta. So if you focus on this part only, then this is mg, this is mg cos theta, because this is theta, this is mg sin theta, this is mv square by r centrifugal force, and this is another mg force. So from this mv square over r equal to mg cos theta, v square will be rg cos theta, and by work energy theorem half mv square minus 0 equal to mg r minus r cos theta. So v square equal to 2gr 1 minus cos theta. So from these two equations we will find that cos theta is 2 over 3, theta is cos inverse 2 over 3.